getting your Pappy on. Now today I've got a weed eating maintenance job here to replace the string on my weed eater. Now, I've got a couple of them, but this one here is the one that needs to be replaced, and this is the cordless one. It's a lightweight weed eater made by Toro, and this is Mama Pappy's, and I want to make sure it's working good so she can keep things trimmed up out in the yard. So over here I've got my gas powered one that set this down. Surprisingly enough, this gas powered weed eater here, it takes the same size string as the cordless Toro. Now that's one thing that, there's a couple of things you got to keep in mind when you're replacing strings, and that's the right diameter. Because a few years back I went to the hardware store to buy a string and didn't realize, there's multiple sizes. You got 90 thousandths and 80 thousandths, and both of these take 65 thousandths. And color doesn't matter, because I found that out this time when I went. These have blue string that are 65, and this is yellow, and it's 65. So the color doesn't matter. I took my micrometer and I measured the diameter. It's not 65, it's 68 thousandths on both of them, the blue and the yellow. So I think they just rounded to the nearest 5 thousandths or something. Anyway, we'll get this up here, and there's a couple little tabs here on this, and you just have to push in on both tabs, and this cap will come off. So they get a little sticky sometimes because the grass gets in there and they get stuck on there. So there we go. I'll pull the cap off, and then the spool will lift out of here. And this is the old string on here, and I'm going to take it off. Now on the spool, this one has a little notch that you stick your beginning of your string in, and then there's an arrow on here that says which direction to turn it to rewind it. So let me get this in the notch here. Now this other one here, it has a little hole that goes down inside of the body, and you just stick it down into that hole. So you get it started in this hole or notch, and you look at the arrow. Okay, there it is, rewind that way. Okay, so we go this way. Now this is the second important thing, that when you wind this on here, is you go back and forth like so, just like you see on a spool of thread. If you start crossing over itself, like when we wind up our garden hose, we just wind that up anyway, But on a weed eater, it's important that you get these lined up just right in this fashion, because when it comes time to need more string when you're out using it, that helps make sure your string will extract out of the spool easier. And this takes a little time to make sure you get this lined up as you go around here. I've already pre-cut it. Now, on the other one it'll say where to stop and stick it through. But this one here, it doesn't matter. Wherever you stop, you stop. You get a little slot here, you stick the string through it. You push the spool down in there, take the cap, line the tabs up. And there we go. Pop it on there, just like that. And then when you start her up, there you go. A little cutter on there, trimmed it right to the length it needs. And you can replace your own weed eater string. You don't have to have somebody else do it, take it in, or hang it on the wall and never use it, or go buy another one. You can replace your own string. So remember, if you can't impress them with intelligence, baffle them with bullshit.